What's up, Space Pirates? This is your captain, the ever-charming Dr. Disaster, and the absolute brainlets who work at BioWare these days have shown us once again why they are unworthy of working on the Dragon Age IP. They try hard to cover up their lack of knowledge, but it seeps out of them like a rancid fart.
What is that smell? Oh!
That's the smell of desire, milady.
The director of the game, Corinne Bush, alongside developer John Epler and a couple of the game's voice actors, they did a little marketing campaign event in the smash or pass format, and they didn't know who Zevran was. That would be like doing a Star Wars game and not knowing who Han Solo was. The Gendermancer, Corinne Bush, and the other devs have been getting roasted for this, and it's just more evidence that these people are disconnected from what Dragon Age really is. Clips like this showcase their cluelessness, and once gamers get a whiff of what they're up to, we are pretty quick to make sure we spread the word, which helps showcase why pre-sales numbers are so down.
Do not go in there. Woo!
This game has been selling like crap in pre-sales. As I covered the other day, my contact in the retail industry has reported that pre-sales numbers are worse than Star Wars Outlaws, but we have other data to back this up. Google Trends shows that this game is getting less traction than Star Wars Outlaws, and the data on Steam indicates that this thing just isn't selling. It's not surprising, because we can all see how this game has been put together. Alright, me hearties, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter, or X, or whatever you want to call it these days. I keep a list on there of games lousy with wokeness pinned to my account for your reference. My handle on the platform is Dr. Disaster 1. But okay, let's take a look at what we have going on here with Dragon Age The Veilguard. As I'm sure you've heard before, the director of the game is one Corinne Bush, a self-professed queerosexual gendermancer, who has gone on ad nauseum about how every character in the game is pansexual, and they won't stop talking about the romantic side of the game. To me, it seems pretty clear that this was absolutely their primary focus, as opposed to combat and graphics and ambiance and things like that which gamers actually care about. Because it all looks like cartoonish slop to me, and if you had any doubts as to whether or not these people are tourists, prepare to have those doubts removed faster than a curvy female character from a modern AAA game. Here is the video where these nincompoops can't even remember who Zevran is.
Alright, next up we have
Zev.
Daddy issues.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't even remember him. I don't remember much about him.
I don't remember, but I think banish. Just stay away. A lot of red flags.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like I can't go romance with this one, right? He wouldn't be into it. So I'll go befriend.
Okay, cool. Alright.
That was so terrible, I think you gave me cancer!
It's pretty clear that these tourists don't really know Dragon Age beyond surface level shit, which explains why they opted for a Fortnite cartoonish vibe in a franchise that has been renowned for its darkness and grittiness. But all of this does seem to be translating into awful sales numbers thus far for this game. I covered how my source in retail indicated that this game is selling worse than Star Wars Outlaws did at the same time frame before its release. Keep in mind that Star Wars Outlaws caused the stock price of Ubisoft to implode as a result of their disappointing sales figures. And then listen to what I said again. It looks like Dragon Age The Veilguard may be selling even worse. and I have a few new stats to show you why it may be true that people are not buying this game. First of all, look here at this Google Trends chart. If you aren't familiar, Google Trends is a service offered by Google that allows you to type in search terms, and they will show you how often a search term has been typed in. They won't show you the raw numbers as to exactly how many times something has been looked up, but if you type in multiple search terms, you can see how those terms stack up against each other. It's useful in identifying trends, as the name suggests. And as you can see here, the blue line represents Dragon Age The Veilguard, and the red line represents Star Wars Outlaws. The blue line is obviously trending below or about the same as the red line across the board. This little spike here of the red line happened about a month before the release of Outlaws, when the marketing campaign started up in earnest and gameplay video was being released. There is no corresponding bump on the blue line so far, even though we are at roughly the same time frame from Dragon Age's launch. Gameplay videos are circulating, but nobody cares. To make matters worse, as you can see here, these are the stats for the Veilguard on the Steam charts, and the game has barely cracked the top 200 most sold games on the platform. Yes, it's true that we're still over a month out from release, but games like Black Myth Wukong and Space Marine 2, those were cracking the top 20 and even the top 10 weeks and weeks before their release. So if nothing else, it seems obvious that we are not seeing a powerhouse with Dragon Age The Veilguard. Dragon Age is now like a rotten fart. It looks as bad as Concord, but will likely sell much better than it did because at least it has a really well-known IP that it's attached itself to. This is why these woke game developers use popular IPs to worm their messaging in. Because original crap like Concord and Dustborn get absolutely crushed. That being said, I struggle to imagine a world where this game sells that much better than the aforementioned. I see it as having a launch similar to Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, and that game, as I'm sure you're aware, resulted in Rocksteady being basically gutted after costing them over $200 million in losses. That's the sort of launch that I expect from Dragon Age, but we will see. I'm gonna leave it there. How many players do you expect will play Dragon Age The Veilguard concurrently at the game's peak on Steam? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below, and we will talk there.
Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your captain is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.